You must see the body, because he's freaking out over there. I don't care if they freak out as long as they don't cause any issues. Hey!
I need help!
Bastard up for the hagfish! Come on, let's get this guy!
I think someone's causing issues.
Oxblood, here we go. Oh, I'll find you.
Good for you. I don't think they actually saw me directly, so I don't really care.
Can't someone help me?
Whoops. Sorry, lady.
Oh, please, no, no, no!
Somebody, give me a hand.
I need help!
Okay, well, that's definitely seen me.
That settles that.
Okie dokie. So this guy is still dead at the moment. That's fine with me. You know what? I think I would like to use that mine on the stairwell still. That seems like a good thing to do. And now I just need to attract some attention here. Anyone? I might need something a little better for attention attracting. I've noticed with these bolts, they just come straight for you. They don't give a shit at all. It's like firing off a gun to them. I don't know if that means that they're alerted to the point that they've seen me. Hopefully that's not the case. I don't think it is.
Oh, please, no, no, no!
Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna kill any of you. I just need you to be quiet and be asleep. It's all good. Hey, think of it this way. It's like you're getting a break from work. Those bottles might come in handy. Ooh, you're gonna have some neck pains in the morning. I'm not gonna help you with that one. Metallic salts. What am I collecting this stuff for? Am I making like some super amazing weaponry out of it? I don't know. I don't know what all of this stuff is for. A history of Lizzie Stride. Excerpt from a listing of known underworld elements. Little is known of Elizabeth's Stride's origins. What? Why? Okay, whatever. Except that she hailed from Morley, rumored to be the daughter of a seamstress and a traveling cloth merchant. Jeez, I'm just screwing up after this because that's just ridiculous. Stride was forced to flee Morley in her early years after strangling an abusive schoolmaster. She smuggled herself out of the city disguised as a boy and became a powder monkey on a navy ship. The ruse worked fine for a time, allowing her to see wonders and horrors that women in her society had always been denied. Her high spirit, charisma, and fierceness propelled her to the top of the pecking order in the small ship-bound community of children, and they grew loyal to her. Inevitably, her deception was discovered by the ship's surgeon, when she was injured during a storm. Before the doctor could report her, she rallied her powder monkeys to toss the man overboard. A bloody fight ensued, but their brief mutiny was crushed and many of her followers were put down. In the chaos, Lizzie and a handful of loyal boys managed to abandon ship in a skiff. Afterward, they found employment for a few seasons with a cartographer, working along the coasts of the Pandician continent to map estuaries. There, the crew of children grew into experienced and savage fighters. With the conclusion of the mapping expedition, the crew sailed back to Crystal. Once in Dunwall, Lizzie and her hardened friends carved a space for themselves in the street culture of the city. Their nautical experience had them at home on the Wrenhaven River, a territory previously unclaimed by any gang. They recruited former sailors, pirates, and defectors from other gangs. She took an unlikely lover, a naval aristocrat, that arranged for her to carry merchant marine papers, giving them legitimacy in the eyes of the government and allowing her to sail through territory normally restricted to merchants. Some of those same powder monkeys from the early years still follow her, helping pilot their cargo boat, the Undine, up and down the Wrenhaven on smuggling missions. As the leader of the Dead Eels, Lizzie has an almost mythic reputation for ferocity. She files her teeth to points and is even rumored to have webbed toes. Her enemies fear her unpredictable violence as much as they despise her. We'll be back in just a moment. And we are back again. The rain outside decided to pick up, so hopefully that's gone now. It has actually been a bit of a while, about a day since I was playing this, but I should, for the most part, be fine coming back to this, I think. Alright, so we were on the way up to the main office to see Geezer, apparently, or Nurse Trimble. I don't know which one of those. But one of them. That must be Geezer, and I'm guessing that's Nurse Trimble there. That or Nurse Trimble... Well, I can't really tell. I think he's moving. No, I don't think he is. I think whoever that is dead. I think Nurse Trimble is basically the only one running this operation currently. At least that's my guess on the situation. Anyway, how the hell do I get up there? Sir, I guess I just take the stairs even further up. I thought there was well, there is kind of a better way. Whoa! I did not mean to jump like that. But, okay. Oh, there's another one right here. There's plenty of ways to get up here. I don't see anything interesting through here, so let's just take this route.
Wakefield's miscalculated badly. I predicted this would happen, of course. A man like Wakefield knows which end of a knife is for stabbing, but not much else. What's that? Oh, stop complaining, old man. I'm giving you a legacy. What were the Hatters before I arrived? I'll tell you. A shadow of their former selves. The butt of numerous jokes, in fact. Why did the Hatter piss in his own hat? What did the Hatter do with his last bullet? And so on. The answers aren't worth repeating. Leadership. That's what was missing. What with the embarrassing defeat at the hands of the Bottle Street Boys of all things. There now. You mustn't become agitated. You'll inflame your arteries, which will only cause you unneeded agony. I can ease the pain, but only if you promise to behave yourself. No? Ah, That reminds me, I must see Jerome about getting more Oxrush. I'm fresh out.
Aha. Nurse Trimble looks an awful lot like the geezer from over here. I can't really tell from this distance, but considering that Nurse Trimble is the only one who could be walking around outside, and this guy probably hasn't been seen outside of this room for a very, very long time, I doubt anyone would actually know. Alright, so we have found Trimble's lab, and we found an empty vial. Also an experiment timer. So I'm guessing we are going to find a recipe to do something or other, and we're going to use that to our benefit. I don't know quite what we're going to use it for, but there's certainly a lot of empty bottles around here, as well as empty vials. Just pick up stuff before we do anything else around here. Hello. You must be what I need to put in there. A keynote. So are we making a key of some sort? We found a lab key. Is there anyone even alive besides Trimble and the old guy? I don't think there is. Small-scale explosive refinement. Sure, why not? I don't think I'll be using that, but I wouldn't mind taking it nonetheless. Nothing of any particular interest. I'm not sure what that blue thing is down there. It's like a wheel of some sort. Okay, well, let's start looking through the things around this room. The Effects of Whale Oil on the Gastric Humors, Volume 1. Excerpt from a Natural Philosopher's Notes on the Effects of Whale Oil on Gastrointestinal Function. One benefit of this plague is the abundance of unclaimed bodies readily available to the inquisitive medical mind. I have been able to stimulate gastric function in addition to other organ activity through infusions of whale oil and the application of electrical impulses. I believe that such treatments could be applied to the living, and that it might prolong life indefinitely. When my process is applied to the stomach and intestinal systems, digestion does in fact still occur. Though the end product must be evacuated from the stomach through tubing and processed by my machinery before being reintroduced to the appropriate organs. This was a tricky solution to come across, as my first inclination was to break the food down myself and bypass the natural process altogether. My subject has indicated that he no longer has a sense of taste, but that might be a mercy given what I'm feeding him these days. So is this Nurse Trimble's notes on what he's feeding the geezer? Nurse Trimble seems like something of an asshole. Does this do anything without having? No. It definitely does not. And this is the second book. Excerpt from this. My primary patient is no longer mobile. A loss of bone density coupled with the amount of organ maintenance that I have to perform on a daily basis means that he will be bound to a chair or bed for the foreseeable future. While this greatly agitated the subject at first, he quickly grew too fatigued to offer further protest. I cleared a room close to my lab, but with access to the mill so he could continue to give orders. Update. After 3 weeks of regression, the yellowish sores have reappeared around implantation site C. I was holding out hope for full recovery as the highest concentration of whale oil was pumped into this site in particular. So he's pumping whale oil into the geezer right now? And I believe I remember that the key is required for us to get the engine part we're missing, if I recall correctly, based on what our informant told us before freaking out on us. Let's check out what these keynotes are. Okay. Not quite the keynotes I was thinking of. An antitoxin. The antitoxin formula needs the following: oxrush flour, by more from Jerome in Draper's Ward, bull rat fetus, 1 in the dry storage room, metallic salts, some on the manufacturing floor. I believe we have everything for this antitoxin. Do I do something with this? Do nothing, set it for 5 seconds, set it for 10 seconds. Whoops. I just want to do nothing. Timer calibration. The calibration of my experiment timer is slightly off. This should be fixed immediately. I like to check on my experiments immediately after the bell chimes. I have this all perfectly timed from the bell ring to the walk to my lab. This should be top priority after you return from restoring the water flow in the sewers. Trimble.
Trimble's got good handwriting, which makes me distrust him.
The better the handwriting, the more the distrust. Alright, I don't think I can do anything with these. These are just bottles. I'm not sure what I really want to do here exactly, if anything. Okay, the other question is whether or not we can go up and talk to Trimble directly, or if he would freak out if I was to do such a thing. Nothing around here as far as I know besides that pistol. And a whole bunch of empty vials, and I guess technically some Piero elixir. I think that's just part of the light wall down there. Yeah, probably so. Okay, well, the question is, will Trimble freak? What's he doing now? Well, either he didn't notice that I just came in there and stole his key, or he doesn't care that I'm in there. Hey.
My name's Dowd. I'm looking for Lizzie Stride's missing engine coil. I'm giving you a chance to make a deal.
Yes, sir. Very reasonable offer. Geezer here says you're in luck. We only need that engine coil because someone shut off the flow that turns our water wheel. I sent men into the sewers to restore the flow, and not one of them came back. But what stopped them won't be a problem for the famous Dowd, will it? When the water flows, I'll give you the engine coil. The key's gone missing, so you'll have to find your own way in, I'm afraid. But it's a pleasure to do business, Mr. Dowd. The Hatters will behave themselves, as long as you keep your end of the bargain, Dowd.